Hello, my name's Trevor Griffiths from iDeLick Media, and with me today is not only one of my favourite people, my friend, I'm happy to say, Angela Plummer. How are you, Angela?
I'm okay, thank you, Trevor.
You're okay. I'm pretty good. What have you been doing with yourself? I told you, Angela, I'm really excited sitting down here to be able just to have a nice little chat with you.
Okay.
I haven't done it in such a long time, have we?
No, I don't think we've ever done an interview, to be honest, but it's nice. First time for everything, as they say.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Angela, what have you been up to?
Oh my God, I don't even know where to start. I started as a hairstylist, but just to make it quick, I'm still doing hair, but I've moved into fashion.
You've moved into fashion, yeah. Fantastic. And I can see behind us we've got some of your creations, your designs.
Designs, yes.
What made you want to come up with changing from hairstylist or hair artist, I would say?
I think for me, being just a hairstylist, it wasn't enough for me. I had to, experiment and put myself out there even more. And even though I'm a hairstylist, I always liked fashion. Mm-hmm. So what I decided to do is start a clothing line called Braid Couture, where all of the clothing was made from hair, the hair that you braid on your hair or that you weave your hair with. So the clothing line is 100% made from hair.
Right.
And by doing that, it's drawn a lot of attention, not to international shows and hair shows. So I do a lot of tours and attending hair shows abroad with the clothing line. So now when people contact me, it's like, oh, we don't need to do the hair, we want you to show your clothing line on the runway. So
now, coming from the hair industry and also from the art here, what I say, which is your skills.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question about how important is it to make sure that you're always updating your skills?
It is very important, because as much as I've been doing hair 15 years now, and then when I first started, I was just strictly doing cane rows and braids, and you'll see like Snoop Dogg rocking his cane rows. And then I started noticing there was loads of other hairstylists started doing it. I was like, rather than me starting to hate or not even go down that road, I thought, how can I improve myself to stay where I am? So then I started doing the hair pieces. Yeah. Then other hairstylists started making the hair pieces. Like, okay, I need to evolve myself again. So then I went into the clothing line. So you have to find a way to keep reinventing yourself and keep evolving yourself, rather than watching what someone else is doing and hating that someone else is copying you or trying to do what you do. So for me personally, if someone is doing hair pieces or starting a clothing line, to me it's an honour, it's a privilege that my work inspires so many others. Yes. And then my work inspires the next generation of young talent coming up there. I'm not saying that I originated anything, but I'm one of them out there that is doing what I'm doing.
What we normally call it is trying to stay cutting edge.
Yeah.
Because this is an industry that it's always evolving, non-stop.
Yeah.
And it's not so much saying to yourself, right, I'm going to basically see what them guys are doing over there and then try and do something different. So how important is it with regards to looking at tradition, looking at history, and not so much trying to copy, but using it to actually feed into, and I wouldn't say you take all of it, but to get that stimulation?
Well, the history of hair and the culture of hair and fashion is important, but I don't know, it's hard for me to explain it, because I try not to use history and those things on my work. A lot of my work is inspired by everyday events, everyday personal life, whether it's a good situation or a bad situation.
Does emotions play a part?
Emotions play a big part of what I'm going through. So like for last year specifically, like for the whole of 2014, I was in a dark place in my life, and that produced some of my best work. And from that work, I was able to work with Sensational, who knew what I was going through, knew the story of the work, and we produced a calendar from the journey of last year. Yes. So where the hair pieces for the calendar started off looking more on the devil than anything else, is because of the dark place that I was in, watching someone.
Because I know I've heard it from so many creatives who say their limitations actually prompts them to actually bring out new direction, new work, and basically new levels of what they're supposed to be involved with. We've understood what Angela the hair artist is about. What else have you been involved with?
Well, I'm mentoring a lot of up-and-coming hairdressers. I've actually won here today.
Okay.
I'm hoping she's going to come.
Call her name.
Here.
Tell us who she is. Yeah, I know there's no favouritisms, but you know.
There's quite a few. Her name's Madadoos.
Oh, nice.
She's in the building somewhere. I'm going to actually call her in a minute.
We're at the Natural Hair and Lifestyle event over at what's it called? Westminster College. That's it, over in
Paddington Green.
Yeah,
Paddington
just in case
Green.
anyone's worrying about.
And all the noise in the background, and you can hear all the noisy models shouting and being disruptive. But I love them.
So everyone, you've got a clear insight of what goes on.
What's going on
in the change room where all the models are.
Yeah.
You can't see them, but glad you could hear them.
Yeah.
So you're mentoring young kids.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you to see young kids get just being able to feed from you or get some tips and education from you, Angela?
It's about giving back to them because I meet them all the time, and like the young lady that is here, her name is Madadoos, and when she met me, when she found out I was in the same building as her, she couldn't even come up to me and speak to me herself. She had to get her management to come and ask me if I would speak to the young lady. So when I spoke to her, we had a nice conversation, but then at the end of the conversation, she had this illusion that I was unapproachable, why she didn't want to speak to me directly, because she didn't want to get shut down and like, well, why are you talking to me type thing.
Angela, I've known you for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I take it, all right, fair enough, you've done tremendously well.
Yeah, but
you've won multiple awards on the international scene. You've won, incredible amounts of this and that and that. You've done tremendously well throughout your career. And I've always been someone who's admired you from the side. So, taking you've got a young person who's just trying to get their foot on the first rung of the ladder, I can kind of like, how would I say, sympathise with them. But, what message would you like to give those young kids out there who are, probably seeing people like yourself from afar? What would you actually say to them to say, well, don't be shy? What would you say? For
me, I can't tell no one not to be shy because I'm a shy person, to be honest. I really am. But what I would always tell them is just follow their heart. Whatever they believe in, whatever they believe their journey is, just keep on doing it. Don't let someone tell you that your work is not good enough for the industry. Yes. Just keep doing it, because throughout my career, that's what's been told to me. So, and I just kept on doing what I'm doing. So anyone out there, whatever their passion is, whatever their heart is leading them, whatever their journey is, they just need to keep doing it, and eventually they will meet who they want to meet. They will go where they want to go, but they have to have the willpower and they have to be in it for the long haul. They need to see the good and the bad, the negative, the positive, and just ride and feed off it. Me personally, all the negative that came to me, you need to turn that into something positive and build from that. And then eventually, things will happen and things will fall into place. It took me 7 years for people to even realise, oh, she's still here. She ain't going anywhere. So you have to believe in yourself first before anyone else can believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody is going to believe in you. No one.
Wow.
No one.
Angela, thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Trev.
I don't want you to run away straight away, because I'm really interested to find out what's the future going to be looking like for you.
Traveling, doing lots of traveling. Okay. Got a few things lined up for 2015 where I might not be in England much.
Yeah.
But
care to tell? Let off a little bit. A little bit.
We're 2 weeks time. We're flying to Martinique.
Wow.
For a week, hair show, and then after Martinique we're going to Paris.
Oh, fantastic.
Hair show. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So the clothing line is now making me travel to other countries and over there. Yeah, it's been good.
Angela, that's amazing to hear. It really is. Before we let you go, care to tell us if anyone wanted to get in contact with you, should you wish to be contacted, how can we do that?
You'd have to speak to management, Crystal DeRoche agency,
yes,
who handles all of the PR and press and people that contact me.
We're going to put some information about Crystal
DeRoche's agency,
because I know Crystal, she's an amazing lady.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the truth, one day we're going to get Crystal in this seat here.
Crystal needs to be in this seat. Crystal started off as my stylist for all of my photo shoots. And what I love about Crystal, she is trying to do something different, and she's starting her own management company, and now she's managing my career.
Wow.
So anything, any bookings, any contact, it needs to go via Crystal.
Well, that's kind of part of the evolution when I think about it.
Yeah.
It's been great. Angela Plummer, what can I say but thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Oh, it's all right, Joe. Thank you for having me.
And talking with us. Yeah. Oh, Ange, thank you very much. Thank you.
Joe.
Thank you.
Cute hair.